Happy Saturday. So I'm just in here just thinking, and I wanted to talk about something that we usually don't talk about. And when I say we, I mean people in life, period. Um, it's how to protect your energetic frequency when you have to interact with people who are vibing at a lower frequency. And if you're not familiar, I'll give a backstory. Everything living, everything period, has a vibrational frequency. Um, some people vibe low, some people vibe high. Your frequency will change. It's just a part of life. But I'm sure there have been times when you know for a fact somebody is vibing low, and you either aren't in a headspace that you can either protect yourself, or you don't want to admit that they vibing low, or you don't even know what to do to go about protecting yourself. You know when that one friend call you and it's always a fucking something that they need to complain about. Always. And you're like, I'm just not in that space right now. Right now I'm just on gratitude. I'm thankful to be fucking alive. For real, for real. And that's just how you feel. And it's okay to feel like that. But even when you had to give certain reactions that aren't so polite, that's a frequency too, if we're being honest, So it's like, how do you protect yourself? If you've even picked up this person's wave and you didn't realize it, how the fuck do I get it off of me so that I can go back to vibing at my own frequency that I should be at? There's different things you can do. There's baths, there are cleanses you can do. I use crystals a lot. There are meditations. In this thing called life, you're gonna have interactions with people whose frequencies are lower. It's just is what it is. Everyone vibing high is not gonna always be vibing high, and everyone vibing high cannot always be around each other. Because if that was the case, you would just have these little high vibing people over here and these low vibing people all out here, and there would be no interaction, no intermingle, no way of teaching these people that they can vibrate over here at this frequency. But they have to either let some things go, they have to be willing to heal, they have to be willing to be honest with themselves to even admit that they're vibing lower than they may wish to vibe. And a lot of people won't come to you and say, "Bitch," excuse my language, but "Bitch, you vibing real high. How you vibe that high? What you do? What's the secret? Tell me." They're not gonna say that. Most of them gonna try to nitpick. "Oh, you always fucking happy," or some bullshit like that. You know how they do. But we're not here to talk about that. But what we are gonna say is that please just be aware of what frequency that you're vibing at. If you have been out in a crowd and you come home and you're not feeling right, cleanse. Take a moment to check in with self. Check-in with self can be, like I said, it can be sitting quietly for 5 minutes alone. Why am I feeling like I had the worst day ever when, for real, like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy to be alive, and that's enough for me right now. So what do I need to do to cleanse? So like I said, you might take a shower. You might take you a bowl of salt. Look, I picked up a can or something, a bowl of salt. But you know what I mean. You really just, I use selenite a lot. I do aura cleanses if I didn't say that. An aura cleanse is where I go up into your personal energetic aura field. And, we peel back some layers. I'll shoot some Reiki to you. Yes, I do Reiki. And I'll use crystals because I use crystals. If you're someone that doesn't understand crystals, you're not comfortable with them, then I won't use them. But I do like the crystals because they really zap that energetic field back. Certain ones. Selenite is a good one because it just neutralizes. I will never forget one day. It was a summertime day. And I was not vibing right. I was not. I was a mean, angry bitch. You hear me? And I said what I said. And it was a full moon that night too. And I never forget, I sat out front. And I sit out front in a folding chair. I had my selenite wand, and I had my sage, and I had a candle to set some intentions. And I just sat, and I just took my wand around my body, and just doing that, just sitting underneath that moon, just sitting out in nature, just hearing those animals. It reset me the way that I needed to be reset. And sometimes it won't be like that. Sometimes it'll be something subtle. Sometimes it'll be like, have you ever been vibing low and you might have a small child, you might have a small child in your life, and that small child comes around and they just bring you joy. You just can't stop smiling at the child. You're like, what the hell? They're kind of bringing you back around. Oh my goodness, good. So I definitely wanted to end the clip that I realized that I didn't end earlier, and I was saying how that innocent childlike energy can zap you out, and you don't even realize that it's zapping you out, but it's much needed, and it just resets you without trying. And sometimes you need that in life. Sometimes you do. It won't always be a child, because not all children are. Just like adults don't always vibe at the same level, some children don't. Let's be real. It's a whole other subject for another day. But what I will say is sometimes you need that reset. So the point of this topic is just to let you know that you need to be more aware of your reactions, because that is a frequency in itself. You need to be aware of the people that you're around. Daily interactions with people, because you have no idea how that affects you. You need to have some type of routine that you do to reset yourself. Whether that's meditation, whether that's when you take your bath, how you picture yourself being baptized again, whatever that may be, only you will know, but do it. Don't give up on it. Even though sometimes, some days it might feel like, man, I don't really need that. You need it. Do it. Okay? I'm here to tell you, do it. We're in a pandemic. People keep saying, I can't wait till things get back to normal. But the honesty, the reality of life is that there is no more going back to the old normal. You need to come up with a new normal. And only you can decide what those steps are, but you need to do it. Because your mental health is affected more so than you know. Because your energetic field is affected. Your emotional field is affected. You have to be aware of these things and you have to protect yourself. Some people don't want to go to a therapist. Some people need to go to therapists. Some people go to therapists and therapists isn't right. But mental health is serious. We need to protect this mental health. Please, please, please protect your mental health. Some people don't have an outlet to talk. Some people aren't able to be real. And in my life, I've learned that you need to get real at times. And sometimes it hurts. It's not always rainbows, sunshines, unicorns, and just, vibing high. Sometimes it's, I am not as mature as I think I am in certain situations, and I need to readdress how I evaluate that X, Y, and Z. And that's just not the truth. And that's part of life. It's part of growth. But I wanted to address that. I wanted to share that wisdom, if you will. And I just wanted to let you all know, like, yes, I definitely do aura cleanses. I definitely will talk about resets a lot. I will talk about energy a lot. Energy has been around since the beginning of time. It's nothing new. I recognize it. At times I'm able to mold, if I'm honest. At times I'm not. If there's something that I know, I have no problem in sharing. That's what I'm here for. But if you want to book a cleanse, come on through. If you want to talk about career change, come on through. I am Face of a Doll. I do have a private Facebook group called Face of a Doll, the Movement, because I'm a movement, honey. We are forced when we together. If you know, you know. Anyway, happy Saturday. Keep vibing as high as you can vibe, honey. Because I would rather leave, me personally, I would rather leave this round dying trying than not trying at all. I don't know what you gotta do, but that's what I gotta do. Good day.